All right, we're going to go down just a touch. There we go. All right. It has been a while, and I'm sorry. I'm just I didn't want to really post anything until I got my tag submissions back because I'm sending them to tag instead of PSA. Uh, the good news is my cards are getting out of image processing and on the way to the next steps. Um, I'm a little bit aggravated. Well, to be honest, I'm a little bit more than aggravated, or more than a little aggravated. Now, there we go. I can English language, I swear to God. Um, because what I submitted for was supposed to be a 2 week turnaround, and we are now at week 4 or 5, whereabouts. It was the beginning of April when actually, it was the beginning of April when I sent them. They got them towards the end of April, and here we are now. It's like, Jesus, criminy sakes. But um, they're going. I hope they come back spectacular. Um, I haven't bought any cards for a while, but for anybody that's living in the United States right now, holy cow! I mean, the guy that's in the Oval Office now needs a bigger helmet than I ever did. Jesus. And then the whole mess with Iran. Oh boy. Anyway, um, just plugging away the best we can. Uh, I've been applying at multiple remote jobs and getting ghosted. That's another reason it's just like, oof, duh. And the part of the reason I find that so comical is on multiple jobs that I've applied for, apparently they couldn't find the candidates they were looking for because that job from that exact organization is now back up on Indeed. So apparently, a guy that they thought was going to be great hasn't been great, but I can't catch a break. Anyway, uh, mm, like I said, got my card sent off. We're going to be at this apartment for another year because, oh, yeah, that was another thing. I've been trying to reach out to other apartment complexes in our area to find out pricing and what they had available and all that. Well, what we're running into now, specifically where I'm at, is the apartment complexes were ghosting us, leaving a message with my phone number, first and last name, and no one was calling us back. Let's think about that for a second. Nobody calling us back. So we're going to be at where we're at for another year. Um, we don't want to be here. We want out of here. And it's just like, oh, um, one comical thing that I found out today, or like I actually saw it today, is where our apartment is, where our garage is, or in our garage, I should say, there's a spare plug-in to where if I wanted to, but I'm not going to, I could run my still again. But I'm not going to because where we're at here in Nebraska, just Nebraska as a whole, doesn't let anybody practice a craft unless you have uh, paperwork in place so they can tax the piss out of you. But they're talking about how they're business friendly. The hell they are. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. But yeah, and I do apologize because today is a little bit of a rant. Red, I hope you're well, and I am going to be sending you an email to make sure you're live. I haven't been on for quite a while, and I know that, and I apologize, but I just was aggravated because I had no news. Like all the stuff I wanted to talk about, I didn't have any news on, so I couldn't talk about anything, and I just didn't want to go dead air. But my tag submission is coming. Um, I'm miffed that it's taken so long, but hopefully, yeehaw, here we go. Just plugging away the best we can. Let's see. What does you know what? Just for shits and giggles, let's pull up some headlines and so we can make fun of some stuff. Of able-bodied people making stupid decisions or making fools of themselves overall because they don't know how to do their jobs. It happens a lot. So we're gonna go that one, and I'm gonna go here. Okay. Okay. So off the start, what do we have? Here's an easy pickings one. So I'm gonna go here. And then I'm gonna go over to YouTube. And we're gonna go to so if this is not a war, then I'm just saying, why are we even in talks? If there's no war going on, then why is there? Why? I'm like, what is there to negotiate? Because I thought it was a great deal and the deal was done already. So why? And then let's see, you got the Ebola thing, and for all you Fox Nutter Butters out there, there's a lot of you. And you guys are responsible for the mess that we're in. So nice work, fellas. Hang on just a second because I'm gonna make fun of yours too here in just a moment. But oh, and then the scientists from the U.S. are getting silenced, so that's great. So let's just not talk about it and it won't be a problem. Has anybody learned? Nobody's learned anything from COVID, did they? And for you dumb people out there that didn't think COVID was an issue, you're stupid. I mean, there's no other thing out there for you folks that think that COVID wasn't an issue. It was. A lot of people died, and it was real. And you anti-vaxxers out there, you're morons. I'm going to call it what it is. You guys are morons because parts of your population, unfortunately, you guys took horse tranquilizers, some of you during COVID, and that makes zero sense, and that makes you guys look really stupid. And so we got the Ebola outbreak, we got the hantavirus, and so everything's great. Anyway, I'm going to close this window for un momento, and we're going to open up another one because I just feel like ranting today. So let's see what I can mock on the other stuff. We're going to close this one. Okay, no more screen sharing, which that's great. Where'd that go? I lost my mouse. There it is. No, I lost it again. There it is. This one's going to be interesting because I haven't done this before, so we'll see what happens. Okay, let's see what this is. All right, so I'm going to go. All right. So I'm just going to go with this. With everything that's going on in the world, you guys are still being a gun nut and you don't want to solve anything. I mean, hantavirus is a thing. And looking through here, you fellas, you're not even acknowledging it. And the reason why I want to say this, and the reason why I bring this up, is when the wheels come off this wagon and hantavirus gets nasty, and to an extent, I hope it does, none of you able-bodied goobers better go to the doctor. If you get sick, it's not a problem because you don't think hantavirus is a thing. So then why go to the doctor if you get it? It's not a problem. You don't need any help. So if you goobers out there get that virus, because it is, the number of people that are getting it is growing. If one of you able-bodied goobers out there get this, I don't want you setting foot in the doctor going, I need help, because you didn't think this was a thing. And you able-bodied goobers out there, and, well, I can't even, you fox goobers is what I'll go for from this perspective, because I even know some disabled people, unfortunately, that are fox goobers. Now, I will freely admit that there is no news outlet out there that is perfect by any means. CNN has done its share of stuff that has made me shake my head. My fiance wife has turned me on to some independent news stuff, and it's these guys are a lot better, and they show where they got their information from, and their information that they're talking about is normally in direct connection to the MFIC that is unfortunately in charge of our country, because they're running with the news that gooberhead posted on Truth Social. And he posted it, he said it, so he can't hide from it. And it's just like the fact that somebody in a position of power thinks like that, it's terrifying. But it's just like, let's see, what else do we have that I can make fun of here? Okay. Hey, they agree on a headline here. There's one headline that agrees. Okay. Uh-oh. Even on your guys' website, you know what that means? Housing market's in trouble, you able-bodied goobers. You voted for this junk. Nice work, fellas. Uh-oh. Price cuts. That's never a good thing in the housing market. I wonder if 2008 is going to happen again. I don't know. You know what? I'm curious to see where these things are at. We're going to click there. And let's see what happens here. Is the interweb going to work? All right. I'm not going to play the video. I'm going to, let's see. Arizona. Oh, no. Florida, you're in trouble again. Maybe because it's people are mass exiting. Okay. So just from my perspective and my experience, Arizona is a battleground state. So is Florida. Texas, you bunch of rednecks. Uh-oh. That's a heavy hitter, too. Colorado and Oregon. Okay. Well, so, I think the reason why the housing market took a dive in these places, you know what? Nobody wants to live there anymore. Things is too expensive. So maybe if there would be some government intervention because somebody's manipulating the markets that are affecting other things, maybe people wouldn't be clearing out of those places because if those keep getting lopped and price cutting on houses is great. That means somebody can pick off a overly priced house for a better price. That's great for the buyer. But then your state and local government's going to be one that they aren't going to be getting as much on property taxes as they want because it goes off the purchase price. So if it just keeps going down, oh no. Well, maybe if you guys would have been smarter, it wouldn't have made the mess that we're in. Let's see, what other headlines we got here? I just don't have, and I hope that those housing prices just keep cratering because those are the places that, some of the places that FO'd that now they're having to deal with the decisions that they made, and they might be regretting their decisions, which I find funny. Let's see, what other headlines can I make fun of today? And I do thank all my supporters or subscribers, I can't talk today, that have helped me get up to this point. Like I said, I do apologize. I haven't been on. It's just I haven't had anything to report, and it's kind of maddening. We're gonna close this one. Anybody on? No, I don't have any viewers. That's okay. Nope, I don't. Just keep plugging along. That's all we can do. I'm just waiting on my tag submission, and hopefully that'll be a quick turnaround. I keep getting emails that are saying that they apologize about the delays, and it's just like, hoofda. Oh, I need to plug that into my charger. I'm working tomorrow, 1 day a week, because I can't find a and like I said, I know I've already talked about this, but I've been searching for a full-time job. I'm one of those guys that wants to work. Just straight up, I want to work. And I'm getting ghosted. Something fierce. But there's people that still squawk out there about how nobody wants to work and how they think that's a thing and how, yeah. But still plugging away, still looking, not going to give up. I'm just hoping that I hear back from my card grading thing here shortly so I can get those flipped around and we'll see what happens. Let's see. Husker football is, that'll be here before we know it. Dude, I couldn't believe it. I saw a YouTube short. Their Dominic Raiola was at a Nebraska baseball game a couple weeks ago. Still, and he's going to school elsewhere. Why was he back here? He bailed. He doesn't need to be here. That's one of the drawbacks of the NIL. Is that right there? Of schools are straight up buying their rosters, and the players themselves, they want to get paid and not put in the work. That's the key, is they want to get paid right away and not prove themselves. That's not how I operate. I just want to be given an opportunity where I can prove myself, and you can pay me great, pay me better after I show you I can do a good job. That's how it should go. But these people that want to get paid before they even step foot on the field, like, why? What you've done and proved nothing. It's like, Jiminy Christmas. Let's see. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Magic cards are still epic. I haven't bought any cards for a while. Just kind of keeping my head down and going. I've been donating plasma again, and I'm going to go on Wednesday. I had to think for a second and donate plasma. And then let's see. After that, let's see. What else was I going to say? Man, I just lost my squirrel. I'm squirreled hardcore. Guy can make some pretty good money on that. He keeps plugging away at it. We'll just have to see what happens. A little extra money. And that's that. Oh, that was another thing. I'll do that here. Yeah. Man, code word squirrel today. It's hot out, by the way. Red, I hope all is well. I hope you see this video. And like I said, I'm sorry I haven't been on for a while. But I'm gonna, since I'm going back to part time here shortly, then I'll be able to do more stuff, and I'm gonna do a better job of making fun of headlines, I guess. And I'm gonna do some other checking of stuff, and we'll see what happens there. I still want to have my drip auction, but I just want to see what I get back on the cards I'm waiting on, and that's been the aggravating thing of the whole deal is the waiting and seeing. Drive a guy nuts. 333. Don't know much else. I just wanted to show my subscribers that that I'm not dead. That just the reason that I hadn't been posting anything, didn't really have anything to report because I didn't have any news, and things were just kind of going along. But thank you for all the support. I hope everybody has a good day and a safe rest of your week. And thank you for your time from Disabled Soapbox. Have a good day, everybody. We're gonna. Oh, end stream. Like, to be honest, guys, I forgot how to do it, but we're good now. Boom.